Hello, David Bradley from the pet room here. And um, perhaps if you watched the last episode, you'll see that I was upstairs and I was getting the last pet. And I did have a look at it, and the screen was full of dollar signs, which does not mean it's going to be a whole bunch to fix. In fact, I believe it's more screen RAM issues, which were the same as on the other small screen pet that I took the board out, unsoldered the chips, put in sockets on two machines, to make sure, because I didn't have another one to test it. Well, the nice thing about this one upstairs is not these chips, but every other main chip is in a socket, and that's good. The keyboard is not working. From what I think it's just dirty, but there could also be a problem with one of the chips. There could be. I do know. Anyway, I have to get ready here in the pet room to go at this thing. I do. Right now here, let's turn this on. I have the oh, just a moment. I have the Fat 40 here. Oh yes, this will do it. If you do not have the cable that goes to the monitor plugged in, you will not see the screen. You just won't. It's up. It's happy. Alright. So, anyway, I've been doing things as now remember I had said that I needed to get little bags, because when I took the Vic 20 all apart, every little thing, I should have been putting individual bunches of screws into little itty bitty bags in the main bag so that I knew what things were. Well, that did not happen because I didn't have any little wee bags. But anyway, I went to Dollarama, and they had three options. I think there might have been more. Anyway, here are 72 little wee bags. They cost $1.25. Beautiful things. This one, I know it was the same price. I forget how many. This is a little bit bigger. And this is 36 of these. I think they call them craft bags. Craft bags. Also $1.25. Magical, beautiful thing. So when I am taking things apart, I can do this. I can mark each bag, and then I can put the bag in the bags, and then I know what's what. Now, part of the thing that's going on right now, of course, here is I've been moving stuff down for the family portrait, such as the key for the manager. And if you know what that is, you'll know what that is. Anyway, what's happening, of course, is I'm moving more things down for the family portrait. And this desk is getting kind of clogged up, which is where I need to take the 4032 away, bring the other pet up, take out the board, do the soldering, and of course all this stuff doesn't help. I mean, the stuff is helpful, but it doesn't help. For example, I ordered online because I was not completely pleased with my local electronics store and their ability to properly service me. So I ordered some sockets. I did. Now, will they all be helpful? Will they all be useful? No, maybe not. But certainly this is good. And I ended up getting 4 boxes of a variety of sizes. They would all do when it comes to the RAM chip. So there's 6, 18 thing, yes, 6 of the ones that I would need for the RAM chips in a PET, or a VIC-20 for all that matter. So in total, I guess I have 24 of them. 14 that would do a 6-pin chip, and there must be some of them somewhere. 18. I'm a little confused by what all this means. There's another, it's a 6P 18, 18P 6, 24P 6. Anyway, there's the 66. Anyway, with these, at this moment, I need them. I don't need them right here. I do not. And then, of course, these, I got these at Dollarama for, I think it was $1.25. They are stronger glasses that should help when I'm looking at a circuit board and trying to see what I've done or whether the solder's really out, etc. And, these are replacement batteries for my little lights that I put inside of the pets now. Now, do I need them right here? No, I'm going to put them in that bin. I got to get this space clear. There's this whole, you may have noticed that over and over and over, it seems that I'm forever sort of moving things. Well, that's the way it is. That's what it is. Not here. Oh. Yeah, whoop. It's a little bag from the microphone. I'm using a wired microphone right now because I'm not going to be getting up and moving around. And here is a pad to write to do things on as well as document things. Oh, here's something. I brought some upstairs, sorry. It's to tidy circuit board things. Anyway, I need to get organized in both places. I do. Oh yeah, here's something that I picked up for not much of anything. It's clip-on earphones. Sometimes, like my card doesn't have the Bluetooth stuff, but I can securely secure the phone. But sometimes I can't hear that well. Or on a really hot day, I really want to have the window open a bit, maybe all the way, and then I can't hear. So, I got these little clip-on things. I have not tried them yet, but I might as well see if they will happily join with my ears. Let's see if I can figure out. Okay. So which is well, certainly I will need to undo that. La 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 la. Well, I guess you can pull these apart for as much as you think you would need. Right. I'm assuming the other one is left. Well, let's see here. If I can get these through the hair. Well, what do you know? they sort of clip on. I will have to try these. I will take them to the car, which is where I will need them. But they do. They clip nicely over my ears. They leave a little space. I think these would be good. Also, they're kind of tucked away. I'm not sure if I were to take my regular headphones and stick them on in the car. I'm not sure if that's legal. I don't know. Anyway, now I haven't tested these, but they will work with they'll work with my latest and greatest iPhone, which is an iPhone 6, I believe. Let's see here. Let's see. Now that was distressing because I don't think I heard. I'm not sure where I heard that beep from. And this thing is stuck. Alright, I'm going to go everywhere I click on something. It tells me a serious error has occurred. Let's see, I'm going to press on something here. Okay, you know what? The headphones are working. So, I'm going, now this phone has got, I'm just trying to reset. There we go. I was on the phone last night, and for some reason, it kept, when the call ended, it just kept the thing up there like it was frozen, like, oh yeah, the call's ended, but I can't get into other things. Okay, so these will go to the car. The packaging can go away. A little space. Oh. Alright. Glasses. Lots of glasses. Okay, the phone is now awake. So I can wake it up. By the way, this back here, this is a Bluetooth speaker. Magical thing. Love it. Let's see, there was a beep. I'm not sure who beeped me. Oh. Alright. So, this can go back in the fridge. And gotta get things out of here to make more room. Now this, I gotta be careful. Oh yeah, you may have seen this. It's a timer. The stoves, way back when, that didn't have timers, this was a magical thing. It would sit on the top, and it had a timer good for 20 minutes and a timer good for an hour. But I don't need it right here, right now. Here was something I was going to mess with. The 4040 disk drive with the 64, but using a bus card, but I didn't get to before. The 4040 has gone away. It was not mine. I was testing it out. Seems just dandy, but this will come into play. It's a magical thing. It has the IEEE port here. It has this other parallel port which used its own special cable, and then this wire had to hook somewhere inside. I'll have to look up where. Anyway, I don't need this at the ready here. but I do need it. So I don't want anything to fall down. Here, here's Darth Vader. But I don't need him at the moment either. So, let's see, these are headphones, but they have a little adapter on them. Ha 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 ha. So I can go onto my other iPhone, the one I'm recording on now, and that's how I can record and do record Call of Duty games. And I do need these, or I need to know where they are. Oh, look. It's a pencil, good for cleaning ports on things. And a Sharpie. And, oh yeah, more glasses for looking at things. The other thing I have here, and there's a good reason to have things like this. If you are working and doing things on TV sets and movie things and whatever as a background person, the really, really mirrored sunglasses are a problem, especially if they're going to be shooting you at all close, because then people in your glasses can see all the crew and the camera and stuff. Whereas things like this, these rose-colored glasses, yes, they're funky, they're cool, but they're not, and they do have a bit of a reflection, but they can deal with that. Whereas mirrored sunglasses are trouble. And I once did a commercial, and they had this, and I had brought what I thought would be good. We use most everything of mine, and they had these funky mirrored glasses, and I just said, I told them why we couldn't really use them. And this was the first time, this was the company shooting their own commercial, and they said, oh, yeah, that makes sense. So I don't think it was these glasses I took. I think they were more of a brown tint, not the rose-colored glasses. Anyway, good to have an assortment of glasses and things and stuff for such projects. It's always good to have anything you would possibly need, that they don't need to be saying, oh, we need to find things, and why didn't you bring stuff? But anyway, this too, it'll go with the glasses, but I think it's, I've got another place where I keep glasses. Alright, now, in the midst of doing things, sometimes things get strewn about. Screwdrivers, little pliers, tiny screwdrivers, and they really need a better spot. For the moment, I'm just going to set them all over here by the fan, but I need to do better. I do. Alright, look, it's a disc with a Commodore label. I have a little bin I brought down from upstairs. I can toss that in there. What is this? Looks like a packing thing for, I'll put that on documentation. I think it was for either the remote, the wired microphones, here, or it was the wireless microphone things. I'm not sure. Anyway, once again, these are the wire. Don't fall down. No. No falling down. Alright. Another Sharpie. This is indeed the pencil I used to tidy up the thing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep the Sharpie handy. I'm going to stick this and this over here. There's a little bin. So I know where they are. Now, these. Alright, these I really have to keep handy. These are the incredibly, I can't see anything right now with I'm basically seeing two of everything. They're these are for really close-up work. So I'm just going to set them there for the moment. And, oh yeah, lots of glasses. A lot of these I use for reading, but also for Call of Duty. And yeah, there's too many of them. But I will pare it down, no pun intended. Now here is something that I think I will take upstairs. It's a power bar. It came from one of the thrift stores, and I really don't need the rubber band on there, but I do need up there to be able to have plugs available without having to fight over plugs. So I have to arrange things better. I do. And this cool power bar with a funky plug that should not take up extra spaces when it's plugged in was $7.99. And it looked to me like a good, oh, it could also be mounted on a wall. But this will go upstairs. And here is another. This is a smaller one. Just a second here. I'm just going to, I always like to get the price stickers off because if you leave them too long, they turn into these horrible. Anyway, this is just a 4 outlet one with just a regular plug, but it looks good. Anyway, this would be something more, not maybe on the desk, but maybe something that ends up being behind the scenes on the floor that helps get power everywhere I need it. That too will go upstairs because I have enough down here now. Aha. Here is the box for the 2 wireless mics that I'm using. I will hold on to this. Actually, you know what I might do? Oh, what's right in front of me? Here I have one of my camera bags. I really need to brush it off, but I haven't been taking a whole lot of pictures lately. Oh, there's a reason. Anyway, I think I'm going to tuck this in here. Not that this microphone will work with this camera. It won't. Or maybe with an adapter. Maybe with the same adapter that I use on the iPhone. No, that's reversed. I would have to get a different adapter. Anyway, so be it. I may try that because it is good to have such things here. A little cable to charge things with. And I'm going to put this over here very carefully. I think that's a cable that would go with a lot of the USB, not just USB, Bluetooth speaker things, magical things, wonderful things. Here is a dongle for paperclip for the 64. Do I need it handy? No. But it will be somewhere in the family portrait. Will it be able to be seen? No, not really. But it's all about detail. Here's a button. You may remember this recently. He is finished. I'll just tuck that there so I know it's there. And now, there is my lovely battery charger, or battery powered charger. Hello. Now, I'm not sure if this is reading 95 or 56. Anyway, I have my little microphones in it. There they are. And they are lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That is why I will see about trying to find a way to make them work with other things. But no, actually these ones, I don't think I can. They are set. I think I could find other ones. Like for the camera. That would be great. Yeah, anyway, I'll look for that. I will look for that. But this is the critical part. This is the kind of thing that Penny killed. When the iPhone took a dive, it fell, and this thing took a hit, and this connector got bent, and despite my efforts to get it sorted, it was done for. Anyway, things happen. They do. Alright. Oh, here, I used to record on this. This is an iPad, and I may still do some recording on it, but see, one of the things that some of these people, corporations, do to make it that people say, oh, it's obsolete, you can't use it anymore. Right now, if I hook this up to my regular computer to try and copy things off, it won't do it. Because I have to do the slide thing, and get the code in, and then it comes up and says, trust this computer. You say, yeah, sure, trust it. Yeah, that's good. But there's a new thing where you then have to put your code in again. And this doesn't know about that, so it won't do it. So forever and ever, you can sit there and it won't. I'm like, ugh. But I have another thing. I think it might be a Chromebook. I can hook this up, get things off of there, copy them onto something else, and then copy them over the other thing. It just adds the thing. But that's, of course, people say, oh yeah, it's obsolete. You can't do anything with it anymore. Yes, well, that's because they're trying to make us upgrade everything to the latest. This is just fine. Actually, I have 3 older iPads that still use the big connector, and there's not a lot they do, but they do what they do. And I only need them to do what they do. Anyway, I'm going to tuck this over here. So, YouTube no longer is supported by that, but you can still go into a browser and go onto YouTube. So, we are getting there. You know what? This can go over here. And be out of the way. Oh yeah, here. It's a beautiful thing. It's a light. It's a light. And it will light up the inside of a pet quite wonderfully to make it easier to film, easier to see. And it's another one. I decided it's a good thing to be able to have one in the back and one in the front, and it's hard to see inside a pet. They're just made the way the hood is. It's difficult. Now over here, okay. I'll leave the Sharpie here. I am going to get better organized, I swear. Now here, oh my. There are many cables. This is left over from the testing of 4040. But I don't need that here right now. I see other cable things here. What is this? Cables. Oh, okay. Okay, that's your little net that I sometimes also use. Right now, what I've got back here is, not surprisingly, some of a mess. Here's a power cable. It's all beautiful, it's all dandy. I don't need it here at this moment. Ugh. So I I have a fan here. I put cables on the back of it. Now, the other thing, by the way, these are magnificent. If you don't know what a Bluetooth speaker is, look at that. And actually, this one right now, it's in FM mode. Anyway, that's why it's doing its little dance thing here. With your phone, you know, the sound is not all that loud, but you can connect a Bluetooth speaker and rock the world. It's magnificent. Anyway, I like this one because it also has funny dancing lights. But of course, I never buy them at full price because some of these, they just don't sell. So I keep an eye at my local Shoppers Drug Mart, and when my local Shoppers Drug Mart, when they want something gone, they want it gone. So anyway, I watch the clear up shelf. And here's another one. Oops. This is more compact. It's almost like the size of a quarter of a Coke can, but it does pretty well. And sometimes when you're doing stuff and you got a fan going and other things going on, you don't need it blasting, but you just need it a little louder than what you can do. There it is. Lovely. Just charge it up. Wireless, it lasts quite a while. I can just never find where to plug it back in. Okay. So we are getting there. We have, of course, too many glasses. Oh, and behind here, there are now, I think, 4 power bars. What I really need to do is clear this table off completely. And then, not that I don't need the power bars, I do. I just need to figure out which ones to have here, where to have them, and probably pull the table up just a little bit so some of the cords, because like this one here, oh, this monster, oh, it's heavy. Oh, yeah, it's heavy. The Monster Bar. Beautiful thing. But it has a fairly long, thick cord that could, in fact, then end up itself getting in the way of what I'm trying to do. So, like I said, pull out the table, let the cords go behind, and ultimately they'll catch on something, and this will cause trouble at some point when I go to move something. But we're getting there. Anyway, there's other stuff I brought from upstairs. I need to tuck it all aside. And other things that'll be in the family portrait when I'm finally there, but I'm not there yet. Like there's TPUG magazines and other manuals, and yeah, well, of course, anything to do with TPUG belongs with the PET, the Toronto Pet Users Group. It's funny, it was a while ago that I started helping back again with the Facebook thing, and I hadn't really helped, but I remember even like these same discussions go on endlessly, like it was called TPUG, Toronto Pet Users Group. Well, it didn't have a whole lot of members. There's the timer. It didn't have a whole lot of members, but people don't search on TPUG. People search on Commodore. So as soon as I was given access to whatever, I changed the name to include the word Commodore and make it clear that it is for all Commodore computers. And I think, I didn't really keep track, but I think more and more people have been finding it, and more people have been joining it. It's nowhere near some of these Facebook groups have thousands and tens of thousands of people. I think the TPUG one is now between 300 and 400. But years ago, when I was a member of the board of directors of TPUG, and they were doing this whole thing about having their own magazine, the TPUG magazine, which was, it's all fine. I mean, I have some of them here. It took over from the Tour Pet, but that's a whole other story. They were like, oh, well, what do we, how do we, do we change the name of the club because the Commodore 64, da-da-da-da-da. Actually, I think they should have got permission from Commodore to stick up in the top corner a Commodore logo that could be seen on magazine stands. But they didn't. But they'd always try to, oh, well, it's the Toronto Pet Users Group, and it's, you know, diddle around, diddle around, diddle around, diddle around, diddle around. So anyway, I really thought that maybe the Commodore group, sorry, the TPUG group on Facebook would have had a lot more people if long ago they put the word Commodore. Imagine. So now I think it does come up in searches. I see a bug. Is it on the inside or the outside? It's the outside. It's a mosquito. I don't like mosquitoes. Anyway, yes, I could tell stories about the board meetings of the past of the Toronto Pet Users Group and all the backstabbing that went on. Actually, at some point they're going to come here and interview me, so maybe some of the stories will come up. But there's a lot of well-intentioned, really helpful, really wonderful people involved, and then there have been some scoundrels. Anyway, so this machine has to go down. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the glasses and other stuff here, and I'll reconfigure the power bars and tidy up just find places to stick the magazines and take some things upstairs. And chances are when I take the things upstairs, the power bars mostly, I will then have moved this off of here, and I'll be ready to bring the other small screen 4016 upgraded to 32K pet down here and have a look at it and have a go at it and take the board out and desolder the RAM chips, put in sockets, and then I should be able to pop other chips in. That mosquito is still there. It's looking at me. Anyway, and hopefully that will fix it. I'm sure the keyboard will need to be cleaned. Ultimately, of course, this will help me to maybe get the Bradley Brothers bulletin board system pet working, because it's all socketed. Once I have that working, I can start swapping things into something that I know that is working. And see, because we had special ROMs that did magical things. I don't know if something was needed to actually activate them, or they just did it. There's probably something needed, and it may be difficult to find. I want to kill this mosquito, but I know it will happen if I open the door. It will fly in, and I will never find it, and it will bite me in the night, so that's not good. Anyway, we're coming along here. I mean, I really do want to get the room ready for the picture, but I really want to dig into this 4016, upgraded to 32, and get it going. Because every step allows for the next step. And yes, we make it up as we go along. I mean, it might have sort of a plan, but you never know where things are going to lead you. When the next, it may not be the RAM chips. I might have to do something else. The keyboard may be fine, and I can always plug that into another machine. It may be a 6520 chip that's gone squirrely. I won't know until I get there, and each step leads me to the next. So, we are getting there. We are getting there. So, just a little more tweakage here. This machine down. These glasses do not need to be here, but I like them. So I will put them somewhere safe and do some more sorting and probably get some more little bins. I had more bins upstairs. I don't need them all upstairs, so they will be helpful. Anyway, that mosquito does seem to be gone, so all is well and good. So stay tuned, because chances are the 4016, now a 4032, will be down here and open and let the games begin. thanks for being here. Comments are always welcome. Questions always welcome. And, yes, one day at a time, one step at a time. Anyway, thanks for coming to the pet room, and I hope you're enjoying your time still, now and again, in the world of Commodore. Bye for now.